All right, beep, beep. Week one. Yeah. We're 1 day away from the season. It's G1. We got Transaction Tyler, and we got somewhere the commish.
What's up, baby? Let's go! Let's go! It's football season. I'm stoked. Happy to be here. Will botched that whole beginning part, but it's okay.
That's how we roll. NFL starts tomorrow. We got Cowboys plus 7.5 against the Buccaneers going into Tampa, going into Tomtown. Mike Evans.
You gotta beat the best to be the best, Will. That's just how it is.
No Zach Martin playing. He's got the vid, but I think besides our all-pro linemen, we're
Lale
full good.
Collins is back.
Yeah, he's back.
There's what's his other name? There's another one that's ready to go that wasn't there last year, right? Or was hurt.
Tyron Smith's back.
Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
He's a big body.
Dak Prescott did not play last year either. He's back. If you didn't hear.
I heard he's back.
He's back. So 7.5. That seems like a lot of points to me. Tyler, winner's circle. What's he thinking?
A lot of circles think, would the NFL give us a blowout on the first Thursday night opening? And that 7 points implies that you're going to be comfortable with like 2 touchdown lead. I mean,
7.5. Oh, it seems high.
The over. If you think there's going to be a shootout, the over looks all right. I'd rather, if we're going to play this game, I'd rather tease down the Buccaneers to win, and the over tease it down to go over to like 40. You could have like over 48, I think, or 46, whatever.
Yeah, my account is staying away for sure.
I could see that. Now, this is almost one of those situations where you kind of wish Dak was not back yet, because it's not a good defense to start off going against.
If you look at Dak's numbers last year, like before he was hurt, people like will forget about it, but he was putting up fucking numbers. I mean, this Bucs defense isn't different from last year, but they're just healthy.
We know. CD number 1. Let's go.
CD 88 number 1. All right. We got our topics. Hard Knocks review. Anybody watched it?
I have not watched an episode.
I've tried to finish the 4th episode 3 times, fell asleep all 3 times, so I cannot.
Melatonin, no doubt.
I was just not interested. I'm sorry.
Micah Parsons was the highlight.
Yeah.
And then, probably Dak was the highlight. Then Micah Parsons, then Jerry Jones. Those were the 3.
What about Zeke? Zeke was like the whole thing for me.
Yeah, he's kind of a little weirdo, but he's
awesome.
Around on the sideline.
He's awesome.
He's such a stoner fuck for sure. Hey, it's a performance enhancer. No wonder he's looking so fast and agile out there. He looks like an old young buck again.
Yeah. All right. The talk of fantasy football recently.
Sure.
Ravens backfield. What are we thinking? We got Le'Veon Bell just signed there. What, yesterday?
You got Tyson Williams and you got Gus Bus Edwards.
How are we feeling about it?
Honestly, I just dropped Tyson Williams, so that should tell you all you need to know, I guess. The only reason I really scooped him up was because I thought he might have the passing downs of some work this year, but now that Le'Veon Bell's been signed, you know Le'Veon's going to be taking the passing work for sure. So his upside goes down quite a bit. And honestly, this guy's an undrafted free agent, came out of nowhere. He was on the practice squad last year. I'm not putting a whole lot of faith into Tyson Williams, but I am into Gus Bus. I think Gus Bus is going to be top 20 running back easily.
I had Gus last year. He did not get it done. He did not get it done last year.
Gus? I think Gus, for his career, he's averaged over like 4.5 yards per carry.
It's 5.5, Tyler. 5.5.
Okay. Well, he's what, in his 4th year? The guys looked, I don't know if you guys watch him, but he has some runs where he looks like fucking Nick Chubb. Like he has that vision, but he doesn't do it consistently enough. He doesn't. No, well, he has busted out some runs in a small capacity. I've never seen a Nick
Chubb run out of Gus the Bus.
That's why.
Watched a lot of Ravens football yesterday.
Well, look at his yards per carry, like Trav said. So Latavius Murray got released, and we're thinking like immediately if Tavius Murray signs with the Ravens, Gus Edwards' value goes away. But they signed within an hour, they signed Le'Veon Bell to the practice squad. I don't think they fully activated him to the 53 man yet. But I mean, Trav isn't wrong. Like,
they're going to let him get into game shape before they activate him. But in my eyes, that backfield is Gus Edwards, Lamar Jackson. I don't want anything to do with the rest of it.
It's Lamar Jackson, then Gus Edwards.
Right. And then, I mean, this Tyson Williams has looked good in preseason, and apparently he's been there. Harbaugh says he's going to be there. The guy could, I mean, who knows? The guy could do something. I don't know, but I'm just not putting my chips in that basket.
So many injuries from the Ravens early. Wide receivers are out. Running backs are out. Lamar, hopefully that Achilles is strong.
I'll end on this.
Gotta eat.
A stat I had about Gus Edwards from Scott Barrett. Last year, the Ravens running backs combined for 18.1 rushing fantasy points per game. If Gus gets 75% of that with no receptions last year, he would have been 4th overall in standard leagues as a running back. If he gets 75% of those 18.1, rushing fantasy points per game.
Hot take, you don't want any Ravens running back. That's my hot take. All right. Next up, we have our Super Bowl predictions. We're jumping right into it. Super Bowl predictions.
Just cross that one off my list right now.
Can I just start and say we're having a rematch?
Okay. Do you think Bucks, Chiefs? Who do you think is going to win that?
Chiefs.
Chiefs over Bucks. I am going Bills.
I like it.
Packers. Bills over Packers.
I like that. Aaron Rodgers last year as a Packer for sure. The contract they laid out lets him get out.
I could see both of those scenarios, but neither one is going to happen because my take is going to come true. That take is that it's going to be a 49ers-Browns Super Bowl. Doesn't look good on paper at all. I even wrote it down and said, "Oh, that's nasty."
Fun game.
But I said,
Trav's.
But it's going to happen. And I have
Trey Lance
here. 47-32 Browns.
I assume Trey Lance is the quarterback at that point.
I think he is.
In this alternate universe.
Should be.
Most likely.
That he should. Okay. Super Bowl predictions out of the way. Now we have our bold fantasy predictions. You're going to get one, or if you want a couple more, one each. I will start, and with our trade today, and I wrote this down last night. Bold fantasy prediction.
Put it on your pillow right before
Jameis Winston will lead QBs in fantasy points. That's my bold prediction for the year. And that was before we made the trade. And once you sent that, my tongue hit the ground.
Wow.
And I learned that Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott have the same bye week.
Well, then you can't really. Yeah, he doesn't really help you out much anyway.
Right.
Shit.
Bold fantasy predictions.
I did have Kirk Cousins already on my roster, but I dropped him, and then you obviously picked him up. But yeah, Winston was. I just need him I need Kirk for those first 6 games. His schedule is looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing. I want to say, first of all, last year I had Jonnu Smith, I think, as a top 5 or something, top 3 tight end. Very bad pick. He started out well. I don't know how bold this is. I'm going to go bold with it, but I'm just buying into Aaron Jones this year in PPR leagues. I'm going to bold prediction, Aaron Jones, top 3 PPR running back.
That's not a hot take. That's not
hot.
Take.
What? Top 3? You're going to take him? You think he can get in before CMC, before Saquon, before Alvin Kamara, for Cook, Henry, Chubb? I mean, where would you take him?
Perfect. This is perfect. This is a hot take, Tyler. My hot take is that Nick Chubb finishes as the number 1 overall running back in all formats. That is a hot take, and that is also
all formats. PPR and
all
previously.
I mean, Aaron Jones has never finished inside the top 8. Like,
you have to go Aaron Jones number 1 then. That's your bold.
Okay, fine. That's fine. He can, but you're hurting. Like, my CMC shares now just like are laughing at me.
I'm just kidding. Oh, love it, Tyler.
It is laughing at you. All right.
Me?
I need to go check, make sure my son is still in the house. We're going to go to the Browns season preview / prediction from Trav. I will be right back.
I got some things to add at the end of that.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to say my Browns stats real quick?
No, I thought you were talking about what you were just talking about. Okay.
Oh, no, it's about the Browns. Just some stats.
Okay.
But you go first.
So I think we got the Browns have Kansas City this week. I think the Browns are going to go into Arrowhead, and I think they're going to shock some people, and I think we're going to get the W. I think it's going to be really close. I think we either get the W, which I'm going to stick with that, or our defense kind of might take a couple games to gel together. But I think our defense is really going to step up this year. We're looking at possibly a 13-14 win team in Cleveland. We're looking at people coming through Cleveland for the first time ever. I mean, in my lifetime, but it's the first time in the longest fucking time people would have to come through Cleveland. Can you imagine Cleveland in a playoff game? You're not coming into Cleveland and winning. I mean, the fans will make sure you don't. I don't know how, but we'll make sure. But I just am so excited about this year. I mean, I have really contained myself just because I've been so ecstatic other years and been wrong. So I just want to sit on my couch, and for the first time ever, I really don't have to worry about it. I let Andrew Barry, Kevin Stefanski, and all the great players on this team do the work for me. Go Browns.
All right, real quick. One of my favorite analyst, Scott Barrett, releases stats every year. This is his stats about the Cleveland Browns.
Is this the second Scott Barrett stat?
Yes.
Far in the show, 2 Scott Barrett stats.
Well, he released my favorite article yesterday. It came out, and I was reading it as we were preparing. But he does like what Matthew Berry does. But he does 3 stats for 18. But Odell Beckham has just 2 100-yard games over the past 1,000 days, November 2018. DeAndre Hopkins in that same time has 16 of those games. Cole Beasley's done it 7 times. Rashad Perryman has done it 4, and Austin Eckler has done it 3 times.
Is that
another stat?
2 hurt seasons there.
Yeah. So these, I just appreciate these stats. There's another stat shows Baker Mayfield is much better on the field without Odell. His 102.3 passer rating with
It sounds like I'm just listening to Tony Grossi at this point.
These are real stats. I mean,
I get it.
Another thing about the Browns. Wyatt Teller, PFF's highest graded guard, didn't make the Pro Bowl. He played in 11 of 16 games last year, and every game he played, they got over 115 rushing yards. And every game he didn't play, obviously they fell short of, I think it was almost like close to like 100 yards. Since Kareem Hunt has been with Nick Chubb, he's outscored him 9 of 20 games. That's 45%. In losses, Hunt averages 14.7 fantasy points a game. Chubb averages 12.8. And in victories, Chubb gets 17 fantasy points a game to Hunt's 12.5.
There you go.
Can I just say this real quick about that Chubb Hunt thing? Chubb missed 6 games last year. He finished with 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Who the fuck else can do that? Give me 12 games.
Chubb is
like, dude goes off, and he's even better than ever. So, but I've got a couple more hot takes as well. If we can dive a couple more of those.
Go ahead.
These Browns hot takes.
Baker finishes as a top 5 quarterback, I think, in fantasy, and that's taking a big bold leap.
Baker, it's always going to. It all rides on.
Also, he finishes number 1 in the AFC North. Obviously, no brainer. Another hot take. We're gonna keep sizzling them off. Old man time catches up with our boy Tom Brady. Finally, Tom Brady falls off a cliff this year, and no one saw it coming. Everyone drafted him high, Renato included. I think he falls off a cliff, and I just think it might even show up week 1 against Dallas. I think it'll be probably more towards the middle of the year, but he's fucking old. I mean, this shit's got to fucking happen.
They've been saying that for years, and it hasn't happened yet.
I think Tom Brady is being underdrafted in redraft leagues. I truly do.
He
Do you
like
know where Renato took him in front of like Justin Herbert and
Herbert is
Burrow.
supposed to struggle this year.
like
He
this.
learned a whole new offense. It's one of the hardest offense. Apparently, I'd have to go back to what I read, but apparently it's the hardest offense for a young quarterback to have to learn in 1 year.
Okay.
Tough scheme.
All right, I got a couple more I'm going to rattle off, if that's okay. Michael Pittman and Brian Edwards are both top 30 wide receivers this year. Last one I'm going to sizzle off for you. These are sizzlers, too, by the way.
They are pretty hot. I can feel it.
Ty Johnson finishes with the most fantasy points scored in the New York Jet backfield. Also finishes as a top 25 running back.
Oh, top 25? I don't want anyone in that backfield, kind of.
That's all I got, boys.
What backfield is worse, Trav? What backfield is worse? What would you rather have, someone in the Bills backfield or someone in the Jets backfield?
I would rather in the Jets backfield because Salah's coming over from San Francisco. He's bringing that system of the run-heavy committee in. But they also did acquire Becton last year and another offensive lineman running blocker this year. So their run game and their offensive line run game might actually be pretty solid this year. And apparently the rookie has not looked like a rookie in camp. Zach Wilson, Pat, good pick in the Dynasty League. But if he really does come out and not look like a rookie, he really could open up the runs, and especially with a big boy like Becton. Fuck, that dude could probably block 6 guys. I mean, just stack them up. Just throw that dude on.
Big boy. I believe it's Salah. We want to be culturally sensitive.
Yeah.
On prime culture.
Can't wait. I cannot
Last
wait
start.
for him to be successful. I hope he is.
Respect. I think Tevin Coleman's going to get hurt, though. I don't think he's going to last long. And apparently, Michael Carter has not been what they thought he was going to be. Preseason was bad.
I think Michael Carter. Okay. Browns preview went a little long. Bengals prediction. A little quick hot take. Quick take. Bengals.
Zach Taylor gets fired. Six wins. 6 wins.
Offense is good, though?
Fired.
Offense is good?
Yeah, it'll be score. They have to. Yeah, the offense will be scoring fucking points. Their offense is going to be so much better from a fantasy aspect than a real life aspect. Like, you know what I mean? Negative game script, just everything. Joe Burrow throwing the ball 35 times a game, 40 times a game, 60 times a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Zach Taylor fired mid-season.
No helicopter.
Sorry,
this
you're out.
now we have slow motion Tyler now. No helicopter. Now we have slow motion Tyler.
Robotic Tyler.
Robotic. Cowboys prediction.
I'm slow motion.
You were.
See me now?
Now you're lagging. All right.
You're good. Straighten out. Tell Danielle to turn off the horn.
Cowboys prediction. NFC East champions.
She's not here.
Make it to the NFC Championship game. We'll see where we go from there. We'll see what Mike McCarthy's got going on there.
Mike, you got Mike coming big. Mike's not getting fired, huh?
Oh no,
Mike did not impress me in the Hard Knocks I watched.
What 8 games with that roster last year that was just full of shit from injury?
Barry's not firing Mike.
Tyler, you might have to exit and then come back in. You're frozen. All right. Anyways, all right. We're going on.
Moving on
to COVID. I mean, it's always a topic. Unfortunately, another year. See these crowds last week. Love them. Love the crowds.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, the chants that break out and everything that even happens with them, I love every little bit of it. I mean, football's back. America's back. I even let out a tweet and I said, "Let freedom ring" to one of these chants of all these crowds jumping up and down and stuff. And someone attacked me for it on Twitter. I said, "Hey, motherfucker!" I said, "I'm vaccinated. You know, everyone. If you're vaccinated and you're having fun at the stadium again, good for you. You know, good for you. Good for America. For everyone to get back to our normal lives. We've lived it long enough. We've got our vaccines, done everything we're supposed to do. That's going to help us. I'm going to take my chances and go to the Browns game. I'm going to go
Yeah.
to the Browns game.
I just hope it lasts all year. I think the numbers are going up, and I've heard now that kids are getting it more often. Not to be a downer, but
Sure.
I think that's a recipe for shutting it
Right,
back
right.
down. All right,
Yeah.
we're still working on Tyler. We got Tyler. Are you there? Because next up we got Transaction Tyler.
All right. So what are we talking about so far?
We can't see you, but
Should
we
be
can
able
hear
to.
you.
I can see you, sir. Trav,
You
can
might have to
see
turn
me?
your camera on there.
I cannot see you.
How about now?
I cannot see you.
Just
keep
go
talking. I can hear you. Sound
with the
good.
Transaction Tyler. We had a trade today. We may have some injury updates.
Today we had this is really difficult if you're not seeing me. We had Curtis Samuel, who was ready to return to practice and be ready for the game, pulled up in a route. He took his helmet off and went to trainer, so Curtis Samuel looks like he's not going to play. That's a big disappointment to fantasy owners. Austin Eckler has a hamstring injury. I can't remember if that's what kept him out last year.
I think it was it was a hyperextension. He hyperextended his knee, so I guess that would be the
It
hamstring.
sounded like the hamstring wasn't too much of a concern. They didn't say, they said a hamstring issue, not an injury, just held him out. Those are the two big ones. Can you still not see me?
Still can't see you.
Oh my God.
Did you talk about the trade today?
No, you can cover that real quick.
The trade it was described as, there was two things that was described as weird and what did Kier call it? Boring? I think he called it boring. Weird and boring. I'm sorry we're not entertaining you with our trades.
Sorry.
And it was Trav traded Jameis Winston to me for Kirk Cousins. That was the first trade of the year to kick off the season.
And can I just say, I looked at my phone and I freaked out for a second because I thought you accepted the one where I sent you Teddy Bridgewater and Ty Johnson. And I was about to be like, oh, fuck. Thank God you accepted the Jameis Winston one where he's going to be in a run-heavy offense where he's on a tight leash and he has a quarterback breathing down his neck.
Fantasy prediction, Jameis Winston leads the QBs in fantasy football this year.
Fantasy prediction, Jameis Winston does not finish the season as the Saints starter.
Oh, come on. You can't.
Can you see me?
Can't go to Taysom Hill. No, we can still not. Oh, it was for a second. There you are, Tyler.
Hey,
So, Trav, why are you talking negatively about Jameis Winston? You took him in a round where I think you could have either waited or got him the round before and got the guy you got before him.
Hey, a lot of I've had a lot of questions in my life, and I had a lot of questions with the Browns' moves and stuff. But you don't question genius, you don't question Andrew Berry, and I have a plan.
You got late.
To execute that plan. The first 7 weeks are executed so far. Once Trey Lance gets the start, I'll be golden, and you'll be like, "Oh, I see what he did there." Jameis Winston had the same bye as Lance. That doesn't help me.
Speaking of the excellent executioner that you are, let's move on to our power ranks, preseason pointless power ranks, the PPP. And how we're going to do this is we're each going to take one, and then if you get taken, then you have to move on to someone else. So we have our own systems here. You can say a little blurb about each team if you'd like. If not, we can just move on to the next one. All right, first up, we have Tyler picking number 14.
I'm picking worst team.
You're picking the worst team in the league, preseason pointless power rankings.
This is more chalk because, Trav, you lost fucking J.K. Dobbins, your second pick. It's a lot to overcome. It's adversity. I think if anyone – all right, so the year that Nato drafted Andrew Luck and lost him hours later, we put Nato at the bottom. So you are at the bottom. You're number 14. You lost your – was that your first running back, second running back?
Doesn't matter. They were both bad.
So – yeah, Trav, you're at 14. That's just a chalk pick. You lost what you thought would be a, running back one, pretty much, like second round.
What do we got? Bright sides of the team. We got CeeDee Lamb.
I got CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore. Dude, I got Nick Chubb, and Trey Sermon's going to step in week 1 against Detroit, go for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then no one's going to be talking about J.K. Dobbins injury.
Trav,
I stole DJ fucking Moore.
I want to
Stole
highlight Mark Andrews. I think he'll go off.
And Debo. Debo's pretty good.
Trav, you will be. Oh, I thought you took Terrence Marshall for some reason.
I got Terrence Marshall.
So Trav, you might have some trick. You have the ultimate your running back candidate, Tony Jones. If anything happens to Alvin Kamara now, Tony Jones he's going to be like the Mike Davis of last, or has to be the Mike Davis of last year. Essentially, Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman, I like Mecole Hardman, not breakout, but potential like.
We have kick return and punt return yards added this year too, so remember that.
I just remembered that you did.
Adds a couple points on for Mecole.
You did not stand on the corner over draft weekend. I just remembered that.
That's why he got us out of there early on a Sunday.
Oh, that was the reason. He didn't want to head to the corner of Wendy's. He didn't want to head to Wendy's.
Remember I told you there could be a 30 for 30 made about that weekend, boys? Well,
it's going to end on the corner.
There should have been a 30 made. That draft shouldn't have happened, and I feel like the fact that I pushed the boundaries of medical science and still had the draft, I think God punished me with J.K. Dobbins. I really do, because I did have a little hand, foot, mouthy. See those little blisters right there? I had a little bit of that. I had a little bit of the hand, foot, mouth.
What? You didn't tell us?
Well, I didn't have it until Sunday morning. I woke up and I had a couple red spots on my hand, but my hands hurt for the game and shit. Like my hands were hurting. Didn't know what it was. Like I didn't see anything on them, but my hands were hurting, and I was
so
like,
you were passing
fuck.
around a football full of hand and foot and mouth disease.
No.
To everyone on your team.
No, because I had Renato pick me up gloves at the store, so I wore gloves the entire day. And then I also did not touch anybody, and I sat at my own table, and I mind my own business because I knew my hands felt funny.
You were?
I didn't show them, but there you go, Tyler. You can see those a little bit there.
Oh, I got a blister right here, bro.
What? See, that's dry skin. No, but it usually doesn't affect adults. Amber didn't get affected by it. Sunday morning I had a couple red spots and that's.
I'm glad I didn't have Oliver in. So if you finish last twice in a row, what is the punishment?
Oh man, I mean, fuck. I think honestly, I've been trying to get this one out for a while, and I'm actually kind of down to do it. I'm gonna all line up, and on draft day next year, I'll have a bunch of tomatoes and eggs sitting there, and I'll stand a certain amount of feet away, and you guys can just launch shit at me and just fucking pepper me with it.
I saw
and the corn.
Berry retweeted Matthew Berry retweeted a league did they made the last place guy redo all the swimsuit body issue pictures of the men. So he's had to do Saquon Barkley, holding up his leg, hiding his dick, and a bunch of other shit.
Wow.
That looks fun.
That'd be fun.
We got a little sidetrack there. We are still on the pointless power ranks. Trav, you have 13. Pick 13.
13. I got Sweet Poontang. He's got I like his first two picks. He picked two injury-prone running backs in Mixon and Antonio Gibson. Not injury-prone, but just guys that got injured last year, at some point in time. He's the only guy that has two defenses on his roster, the Browns being one of them. Not starting in week 1 against Kansas City. No faith. Weak wide receiver. And he spent a really high pick on Callaway, who was he's kind of an unproven guy, very high capital on Callaway. So a lot of question marks there. And he's got two running backs, and then he has nothing. He is like Samaje I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Never even heard of the guy. So, yeah, I don't know. If anything happens to one of Rick's running backs, he's in trouble. I usually
think Rick does a pretty good job at drafting. I kind of agree with you. Joe Mixon, I actually, when he first picked Mixon, I was like, but I kind of like the Joe Mixon pick. I like Antonio Gibson, Joe Mixon. He went robust running back, but he got 2 running backs at the end. If his running backs perform in a PPR league, I think it'll make up for his lack of wide receivers.
Absolutely shocked that he did not go Najee Harris, and I think he will regret that.
He will regret it. Okay. Number 12, I had Trav 14. I had Rick 12. I'm going Kier. Kier's team, we got Russ Wilson, Zeke. Zeke fell to him. I think that was pick 11. That was maybe the biggest.
Zeke is a steal, dude. Holy
11.
shit.
Got him at 11. He went DK Metcalf over Diggs. He went for the high upside. Me and him were going back and forth all draft. He has Dallas Goedert as his tight end, who maybe isn't the starter in Philly.
He'll be all right.
Zone team. Cortland Sutton in the flex. Kier, he's gonna need a lot to go his way.
So
Make a splash this year.
I'm gonna just be really quick, but I'm not a fan of Adam Thielen this year. Sony Michel, he has him in his starting lineup. I don't like that either. But Zeke at that spot is phenomenal. DK Metcalf, Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton. I mean, I think it's fair. Like he's got a lot to prove. That's all I'm gonna say. His bench is prove it, guys.
Only reason he's I had him at 7, actually. Sorry, I just want to get a little something. I had him at 7. Only reason he was that high was because of the Russ to DK combo.
The stack is nice.
I love it.
He is the Eagles defense. They suck. That's hilarious. Oh, and by the way, I had myself.
He's got Rick on there too.
Had myself at number 5. So you guys had me at 14. I had myself at 5. My notes said great depth. Would have been number 1 if I didn't lose J.K. Dobbins, and I think that's the truth. All right, go ahead.
All right. Next up, we have Tyler. You pick number 11.
So we've had Trav.
We've had Pierre. Yep, Rick and Trav off the board.
I'm doing this one. That's some step on up, baby.
Oh, do you don't want to save him for number 8?
Wow.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mike, you are relying on trades to. He got Christian McCaffrey, okay? He's got all the running backs, but like he doesn't have room for him.
No. I got
and Rob Gronkowski isn't going to do anything until fucking the Super Bowl, so Mike has good special teams, Justin Tucker and maybe the Bears defense, but I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying Mike's lineup week to week with his roster until he makes a trade or Darnell Mooney actually breaks out or Justin Fields sees the field.
5 running backs first, 8 rounds?
Dude, I swear to God, I looked at Mike's lineup today and I almost got dementia because I was like, what am I doing here? How did I get on this page? Like, what is this?
Mike Davis, Kareem Hunt, Raheem Mostert, Melvin Gordon. All right, like Mike Davis, I don't think he's worth his ADP. Kareem Hunt,
listen, this all stems back to Mike trading Mostert for Hill last year, and he thinks he can do it again.
That's what I was thinking. Like Mike's gonna get a trade when someone gets injured. He's just hoping. But like Antonio Brown might be like a great pick, but we don't really know. And yeah, Gabriel Davis, I'm sorry.
I think he was a game out of the playoffs last year, so we'll just see. I mean, he's a you know.
And this depends on what Mike does from here forward. Like his quarterback and his number 1 wide receiver, number 1 running back are all great. Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, Christian McCaffrey.
All right. We got number 10 next, and that's a Travis pick.
Yes, I've got JPP slap me 3. His running back 2, AJ Dillon, big question. His flex, big questions. Is Pitts going to be good? Michael Carter sucks, and he drafted him way too high. That's all I got.
Austin Eckler, I know Rail loves him. I can't remember if he took him when, like, that was a decent pick. I think he had maybe a few other people. Kyle Pitts is going to be his big question mark, but like I'm saying Deontay Johnson and Chris Godwin. I think they're the same. I think they've kind of peaked, and there's other guys around him now. Like Chris Godwin has Mike Evans and Antonio Brown around him. Deontay Johnson has Claypool and Juju around him. Like these are guys middle of their core of wide receivers.
Okay. I believe we're at number 9. I am going Couchot. Couchot, a very mysterious
So I have.
draft. Very
Yeah.
mysterious draft. He had 4 good picks. What was it?
Dude,
Hopkins,
Couchot started off so
No.
hot. I wanted his fucking draft.
Cooper Cup,
So bad.
Montgomery, and then it just fell off. He started taking Browns. He took Jalen Hurts as his quarterback. He's
I
got
don't know
7.
why he took the Browns players either. I was curious about that.
Maybe trade bait. Is he looking for a little trade bait? The greatest show on Perch.
I've tried so many trades with him. He looks at him for 3 days and doesn't do anything. There's no point in even sending it. I looked at a trade for Odell, but I was like, you know what? The run-heavy offense, like Kiesler said, who wants a wide receiver from that?
Couchot's
I
bench.
like Chad Penny.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at his bench and Madison,
Yeah,
Rashad Penny.
Some 0 running back candidates there.
Yeah, yep.
But
Well,
that
Madison had his
receiver
chance
might
last
be a
year,
little weak.
didn't do shit with like 20 touches.
And who are you starting week 1 for the Browns? Landry or Odell Beckham, Trav?
Landry in PPR, full point reception.
Oh, okay. He's definitely going to get the more catches, huh?
Yeah.
Go for the
Landry had like 63 targets in the last 7 games last year, so you do the math. I mean, yeah.
All right. I had Mike slotted at 8. Tyler, who you got at 8?
Fuck me.
I can take this one if you want.
You're going to switch up the order? All
Hold
right.
on, no.
Who you got at
No, I
8?
got it. Hold on.
Hey,
hold on.
some motherfuckers take notes around here.
I'm trying to find. I'm going Browntown. Aaron Haynes.
Okay. I had him at 10.
I like Haynes as quarterback. Will, we talked extensively about Javonte Williams. He's going to be at the end of the year. I don't know if Haynes is normally used to like pushing it at the end of the year. I think Haynes does well at the beginning of the year. He went back with his guy Brandon Ayuk, who is going to be a year 2 breakout. We don't know. It could be high. So he had Brandon Ayuk and Laviska Shenault. Like he went upside like really early. Like these guys, I hope they have that breakout.
He drafted them at their absolute ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that continue. Like it's just,
so with him, I've got tight end question mark. So is this Gesicki's year or what? Like I don't think it is. I don't know. And no running back depth. Haynes has no running back depth. He's got 2 pretty good running backs.
Stevenson, who's going to be a healthy scratch.
After that, it's nothing. You know, it's
All right. My top 7 is still intact. Those were the
my
worst
top
7
4
teams
is.
that I had. Top 4. Okay. All right, Trav, you got number 7. Who you got at number 7?
Well, you were number 10 on my list. You somehow made it to 7. You
I had
sneaky
myself
bastard.
at 8.
I see how you did the order. You want to make sure you get to the next tier. It's all good. So running backs suck. Shitty kicker. That's all I got wrote down.
Will,
That's a running back for you.
I have to say, I'll get down on my knees, whatever you need to say. But Will did a fucking great job drafting last year. We saw Will's whole lineup go in the first 3 rounds, I think, this year.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Dak didn't go in the first.
Is that because he plugs himself into his fucking computer, like literally puts the USB into
So
it's like for draft?
Dak potential quarterback 1 upside. Chase Edmonds, I don't like. Neil Hines, I don't like. Stephon Diggs, potential top 3. Amari is Amari. I don't care what you say about CeeDee Lamb. Amari is, dude, he came in, him and Dak have that thing. We didn't get to see that last year. So Amari, then you got, I'm a Jerry Jeudy fan. But Will's bench is just all upside. Will's bench is complete. Terrence Marshall, Leonard Fournette at the end of the year, James Conner if whoever running back.
Yeah, I have one. I have one running back for sure.
I'm not sold on.
Bills are going to have one running back.
I'm not sold on any of those names you just said.
But we were saying the same thing about Will last year when he had Antonio Gibson, when he had Myles Gaskin at one point. Like, Will definitely is. He's sticking to a strategy more than I do. Like,
yeah.
Will stuck strong with his strategy. Like I said, this year, the people he had in his lineup last year that he got late were all drafted within the top 3 rounds. Like,
it is, but a man like me, Ferg, and Hessen look at a lineup like Will's and we just vomit because we like to have
you do, especially Hessen.
4 solid.
Doesn't even understand what's going on.
But Hessen never understands how many running backs you can start every fucking year. I think he thinks.
I thought I could start 4.
All right. That's number 7. We got number 6, and I believe it's me pick. I have Kiesler. Let's look up his team. I know he has Mac Jones as the quarterback. That's the only thing I know
What
about.
a fucking pick, by the way. Let's start out. While I'm
had him
scrolling
number
the
8.
Kiesler's team, Kiesler passed up. We were fucking with them every pick about what quarterbacks were left. And at one point, Will started saying, Mac Jones, and who? Mac Jones.
Everyone else but Mac Jones. He surprised me with that one because he wasn't start.
Kiesler's team again. It's an upside team.
Najee Harris, Miles Sanders, Tyreek Hill, Marquise Brown.
Kenny Galladay and Marquise Brown are iffy in my opinion, but
and Miles Sanders.
But let's look at this dude's
injury prone.
Kiesler keeps
Najee
a
Harris.
bench.
We don't know what Najee
look
Harris.
Look at Kiesler's bench though, please. Darrell Henderson, Jamar Chase, Tony Pollard, Rondale Moore, like Emmanuel Sanders, who I think is going to be number 2 in Buffalo this year, personally. But Kiesler keeps a good bench. He's got Jamar Chase waiting, Darrell Henderson running back 1. I don't like Marquise Brown, and we don't know Kenny Galladay, I guess. But other than that,
in my opinion, as having this great team last year, if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a team. And if Mac Jones doesn't show up for Kiesler, he's going to have to make a trade. Got it, champ? You got it, champ? You got to make a trade.
Last year, I just remember seeing Kiesler's team, though, and he ended up winning. But looking at
he's going to lose week 1.
Last year, it was just like, dude, the guy was ready for anything to happen. He was prepared for a injury at any position, and he had all the 0 running back candidates that you didn't have, Will, and he had sick young receivers.
Oh, he had an amazing team last year. No doubt about it. Okay, that's 6.
Yeah, can I just want to bring up an old note. I'm sorry, I just ran across it. It was for Matt. Too many Rams, too many Browns. That's what the note said.
Too many Browns.
He's got 4 Rams. 4 Rams. Rams defense, Rams kicker, Cooper Kupp, and Stafford.
Big Sean McVay. All right.
I love Cooper Kupp.
5 to Tyler. Tyler, this is the top 5 teams in the Perch FL bonus power ranking.
My team right now. If we haven't chosen my team, let's break my squad down because my team seemed to peak in week 3 and 4, and then I go downhill. So let's see what's going to go downhill this year.
Wow, I had you at 2 for the record.
Wow, thank you. I honestly appreciate that. I thought I did a decent job at drafting, but it's a lot of health and like.
Only question marks. Quarterback. Only question mark I had was quarterback. That's it. Great depth. The team with the best depth besides myself was you.
So I fucked up. Obviously, now we're seeing I fucked up on Deshaun Watson. I took him after I got a core. So I had Alvin Kamara, fucking Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, T. Higgins. Those are my first 4, whatever. Myles Gaskin, Chase Claypool. But I got.
Is Watson still on the squad?
Yeah, he'll be dropped. It's either him or I can't roster 3 quarterbacks, but I was hoping that some news or something draft day would come out. Like when I took Watson, I'm just waiting for like the news to come through. Oh, he got traded. So it was a risk. I also have Philip Lindsay. Terrible pick, but somebody's got to run the ball in Houston. Like, I don't know.
Like the Ravens. You don't want them Texans either.
One of my favorite picks is at the end, Cole Kmet for the Bears. He's in his 2nd year, I think, and he was the first tight end selected in the 2020 draft. So it was a rookie year, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm retarded. But I don't remember the guy last year.
Don't say that
that's
word.
what I'm
Don't
saying.
say that word on our culturally sensitive program.
So yeah, I took that right in front of Mike, and I knew that was gonna. He's offered me some trades for him, and I think. Listen, personally, my team. I usually am not this high about my team, but I think I have a good core. As soon as I see an injury, though, I'm gonna face adversity like 100%.
All right, we got the top 4 teams. Trav, you are up number 4. Tyler's up.
He's still here, first of all.
Diesel.
And Otto. Can't believe he made it this far. I had him at number 9.
I had him at 3.
Wow. Your usual Nato team. Only team with 2 kickers. I had to text him for his saying because I looked at his team. I was like, these are just like, average, above average players. This is Renato saying it. He's been saying it for the last 2 years. It's consistent, average, good players. That's what he wants to draft, and that's what he drafted. That's why I put him at 9. You guys are crazy.
All right. We'll
Not
move
many
on.
feelings on the team, but a lot of good floors.
Hold on. Let me look real quick at Nato's team, please. Just a fast look. You got Tom Brady, who is being overlooked because he's old, but he got Derrick
You said
Henry.
overdrafted earlier today. You said overdrafted. Overlooked or drafted?
No, I was saying I think Tom Brady and
he got overdrafted.
Did you get overdrafted?
I'm sorry, that was misunderstood. I think Tom
Brady. I can walk you out to the board if you want.
You two were saying Tom Brady's arm, and I'm like, but all right.
Like Tom Brady this year. Trav was saying he's gonna fall off.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think he'll be fine. But Nato.
Oh,
I'd rather have
Lamar Jackson
over Robert Woods.
Drafted right next to Tom Brady.
I did not know that. Okay, I agree with you then, I guess.
So overdrafted now.
Sure, but Nato went with his homer. He likes Ronald Jones as his favorite ever. I don't know why. He went with Carlos Hyde. He's got fucking 2 kickers on his team. I can't say anything because Nato fucking beats me every matchup we had. He could be cheating in beer pong. He fucking takes $50 out of my fucking pocket.
Yeah, we're the champions, me and Nato and beer pong.
I can't say shit about Nato, but I don't think your team's that good is what you're getting rated right now, bro.
I had him at 3. For the actual third ranked team, I got P Mill, and I think P Mill's a sneaky. He likes to be the 0 running back.
Number 4.
Fully commit. He never fully commits. He
got caught in the debt. We'll talk about that. Hey, we'll talk about
that. So he's got Adams, Jefferson, and Julio Jones as his wide receivers.
Wait, we're on Pat's team now?
Pat Miller is number 3 in the power rankings.
Let me get his team up.
Best wide receiver trio in the league. Questions at tight end and running back, obviously.
I think Pat did a phenomenal job drafting, with the exception of taking DeAndre Swift in the running back dead zone. Pat, me and him talked immediately after. He had no idea Jamal Williams. At the time we were talking, he's like, wait, Jamal Williams is there, whatever. But he has his allegiance. He did a good job drafting.
David Montgomery there, I think.
Around that pick. So, shit, I wish I had these notes. David Montgomery, last year when he went off, he had the softest schedule of any running back, like almost ever. So
Scott Barrett stat?
No, it was Sharp stat. What's his name? Sharp.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we got Pat at 3. Let's move on because we got to get through these 2. Tyler, you're up.
Who's left?
Troy is left,
and cooking hot lockets. Troy, who's about to have a baby right now. Shout out to Troy.
Troy between who,
baby?
Someone else that's left. Someone else.
Troy, and it's Ferg.
Oh yeah, Ferg. I didn't even have him on my list.
Ferg. All right. Let's go. Let's talk about Ferg's team. Let's talk about Ferg's team.
I had the other way around.
I didn't have Ferg written down.
So, Ferg has James Robinson, Chris Carson, Calvin Ridley, Juju, Saquon Barkley. So he has Saquon Barkley and those other guys. I said that wrong because he has Saquon as flex right now. Calvin Ridley, I think he's a future Hall of Famer. Chris Carson is Pete Carroll loves him. James Robinson, he should see the bulk. But Ferg has a good bench.
Yeah. Wide receivers, a little bit of a question until Michael Thomas gets back. He's holding on to Michael Thomas right now, so watch out if Michael Thomas gets back and he turns into the old.
Oh, I didn't see that on his IR. I apologize. Yep.
And then so that leaves us with number one, Hot Lockets, cooking Hot Lockets. The guy that's about to have a baby right now, bringing in a Carson Wentz into the world. So hopefully he's not going to be a Colts fan. That's my only notes. He's about to have a baby. He's got a solid roster.
I had Rail at 9 and 5 was my mistake. I had Rail.
So Troy's team, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think Troy deserves this top lineup top ranked looking at so far with Lamar Jackson being like Dalvin or being like Saquon Barkley and throwing Dalvin Cook, CEH, man. I could see him having a bounce back sophomore year. Tyler Lockett, good floor. Vontae Smith, his boy, supposed to lead, the Eagles receivers. But he's got Darren Waller. Darren Waller could be better than Devontae Smith, Tyler Lockett, Robbie Anderson. Troy's team is not bad.
Yeah, you're welcome, Troy. I'm sure you'll be sitting next to me next year, too. All right, that's our pointless power rankings preseason. Troy takes the top spot. Rail, I had twice. Ferg, sorry about that.
Speaking of Rail, he said it's not that impressive that a top 3 hottest pepper in the world is hot. LOL. Habaneros are supposed to be hot, but bearable. These are not. Habaneros are a hot pepper, my man.
Oh yeah, too.
That's B-Dubs. That's B-Dubs number 1, right?
Oh, I hate it. I hate habanero.
Then you go habanero.
That's good. Yeah, it's hot too. Very hot.
Very hot.
Peppers, you don't want none of that down there, Rail. These peppers will light your pecker on fire. Trust me.
There's comment of the week. Nice job, Trav. Okay, next up we got our prediction. We got 7 games, boys. We will start with Kusho. Week.
Real quick, Troy's gonna win this league this year.
Okay.
Dude, I'm looking at his bench. What the fuck? All right, continue.
Yes, we have Kusho versus Tyler. Let's see.
I'm gonna
take it away.
I'm projected to lose, but I'm gonna pick myself. Just
honestly, I like your matchups better than his, so I'm gonna go with Tyler.
Thank you.
Tyler, and the computer likes Tyler 52% of
ESPN doesn't like me, goddamn.
Versus Kusho.
You got the wrong computer, bud.
All right, next up we have the Findlay football team, which is Pat Miller versus who's got the Herb? I assume that's Jay Ferg.
Ferg.
Yeah.
All right, who you got, Trav?
I am going to have to go Findlay football team on this one. I think Ferg's quarterback has a tough matchup. Couple tough matchups on Ferg's team, but Ridley could go off against Philly. It's just tough. And I think Saquon's not going to get as much work as people think.
Man, so I'm just now looking at the scoreboard things, like the 3-headed monsters. It shows projected leaders, but it's crazy that Pat has Devontae, Tannehill, Jefferson.
It's in Jones. That's gross.
Man,
that's gross. That's the nastiest trio in the whole league. Good job.
Yeah, 100%.
You did it, and you fucked up your running back pick. Just kidding. Swift might go off. He might. I think he's a baller.
I don't want any Lions, but he might. Okay, Tyler, who you taking?
I already said Ferg.
The computer agrees with Tyler 54% of the time. Okay, next up we have Browntown, which is that Kusho? No, that's not Kusho.
Haynes.
Haynes versus Sweet Poontang. Rick.
And they have a bet on this, I believe, right?
Yes, they do.
How, 20, 50?
I think it's a $20 matchup. 40?
Yep, Tyler, I'll let you go first on this one.
All right, let's go Sweet Poontang.
Perfect.
I'm
gonna go Browntown.
I'm going Sweet Poontang because I think the Haynes curse is alive and well still.
I love the Haynes curse. The computer likes Haynes 59% of the time versus Rick this weekend. Next up, we have Kier. I believe he was 13 in the power rankings versus Cooking Hot Lockets, number 1.
I mean, I think we're all going to go the same way, Cooking Hot Lockets.
Like Cooking Hot Lockets, 69%.
Trav, it's okay. We can be on the same this week.
I'm going to go Cooking Hot Lockets as well. Yep. Unfortunately, sorry, Kier. I don't like those matchups.
Cooking Hot Lockets gets the preseason prediction pointless power rankings curse. Okay, next up we have Rail versus Will.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Fuck. Dak has a very tough goddamn game ahead of him tomorrow. Coming back from an injury against that front seven.
So's Cooper.
Wow. They got to score some points, though, so.
I like Eckler might be hurt, so I'm going to go with Will.
This is really tough.
Trav, we can go,
I'm going to go Will as well.
Hey, we need to rack up those points, Trav, going towards, the halfway mark. We'll be disagreeing and shit,
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry. I've got to.
You beat us all. You beat us all last year.
Even though
Besides Mike, who I don't believe has his roster completely set, Rail has the lowest projected score per the website, and they like zero running back 71% of the time. That's your blowout of the week.
Holy fuck.
Besides Mike, who I don't think sets his line.
Sure it is. You drafted your team using this system. Obviously.
That is true. Next up, we have the men who stares at goats, sheep. That would be Nato versus Mike.
God.
Oh, wow. Mike gets brought down to earth real quick.
Yeah, Nato's going to go 1-0. Yep.
I think Tom destroys it. Derek destroys it.
Nato. Right now, I think Mike maybe still has McCaffrey. He likes to do this fun little thing where he doesn't set up his lineup till Sunday. It's hilarious.
How many times has it won in the league?
Right now, they have Nato 94% of the time because Mike doesn't have his lineup set. Okay, last matchup, we have Trav versus the champ. So we have last place versus the champ.
I'm taking Kisser.
Going me, baby. He doesn't stand a chance. Week 1. We got last, and we're done getting last, and we're getting a win.
Kisser, if you're hearing this, I need to talk to you about Miles Sanders, man. I just saw you took him, and I need to.
So actually, this is the closest game of the week. The computer rankings has it 51% for Kiesler.
With Trav missing his fucking second-round pick? It's still that close?
That close. No quarterback.
Damn.
If you have no quarterback, you're hurt in the league.
Wow.
Trav, have a game of the week.
Let's go.
Do you have a game of the week, Trav?
Damn, Trav.
Game of the week? Yeah, of course I have a game of the week. It's last place versus first place, Kiesler. How else do you think we're going to open this bitch off?
Fuck yeah.
Come on. We got a tattoo going against the #1 coolest guy on the block for ordering everybody's shirts and shit and being awesome in the league and shit. Well, I hate to say it, Kiesler. You did well with your winnings, and you're going to take good care of that trophy. But it's my time. It's my time. Enjoy that trophy in your house this year, because I'm going to start off by whooping your ass, and then I'm going to take the trophy at the end of the year and put it in my house. So enjoy the trophy, and I can't wait to make our video of the week against each other.
Here we go.
We're still doing this year.
Hey, coming soon.
Can I make a quick prediction that Kiesler and Troy play for the championship?
Wow, he's cursing both Kiesler and Troy right off the bat. All right, Tyler, do you have a winner's circle top 3 bets of the weekend? Right now.
No, not at all yet. Okay, we talked about it though. Will, what we say? We liked to
Miami.
fade my. What you talked? We talked about it. I can't fucking remember.
No, I don't remember either. I think I liked Miami. I'm not sure you
Whatever
did.
you posted to me, I like the
Hey,
fades. It's
We
gonna
got
be
a hot
tough
streak
this year.
going on this weekend. We got a big game. Oregon. What's the spread on that bitch?
I'd have to look. No, I
Touchdown,
was not
maybe?
ready for these.
I guess it'd be a touchdown. All right. Well, next
So
week we will
sorry.
have the winner's circles top 3 picks. Last thing I have is Troy's baby. Last
Might be
time
coming out, Carson.
my first son that I had 5 days later, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So I hope the same karma comes back to you, Troy.
Cowboys, baby.
Super Bowl this year.
Oh, that's devil worshiping right there.
Go.
All right. Love you, Troy. Have fun with that fucking baby. It ain't about you anymore. Life's about that kid. Welcome.
I love having a teenager I adopted, basically.
Yep. The mac and cheese and hot dogs is on you now, Tyler.
Fuck yeah, it's the best.
All right, that's all.
Ramen noodles, hell yeah.
That's all we got for this week. We're just over an hour. Next week, do we know who's going to be on? We got Mike. Oh, let me read off Mike's top 8 teams real quick. He texted them to me. Mike likes fantasy-wise himself at number 8, of course. Couchot at number 7, Ty Ford at number 6, Ferg at number 5, Rhino at number 4, Troy at number 3, me at number 2, and Nato at number 1. He likes Nato at number 1. His top 8 NFL teams, he likes the Bears at number 8, the Titans at number 7, the Cards at number 6, the Rams at number 5, the Bills at number 4, the Browns at number 3, Chiefs, and then Bucks. So there you go. Those are your Hurricane Hessen hot takes or picks or whatever you want to call them.
I like it. I like it, Hessen.
All right, we will be back next week. We're not sure. It'll either be Nato or Hessen special guest.
One or the other.
All right, have a great week of football, fellas.
Go Brownies. We'll see you soon after a victory, baby. 2 victories, Brownies and Kiesler. Fuck off.
All right, have a good one. Cheap.